We will now start the next session. I have a pleasant task to perform. Mr. Gopal Krishnan has authored his third book titled What the CEO Really Wants from You. Being a IITian himself, he feels that it's an honor if the book is unveiled by an IITian amidst the other IITians. I request Mr. Narayan Murthy to unveil the book. I am now going to request Mr. Gopal Krishnan to say a few words about his book.
I promise you I won't keep you away from what is very, very important and waiting for you. I just want to say that I'm very honored that Murthy has released this book. When I wrote my first book, I requested him whether he could write a foreword, and the schedules were such of time that it could not happen. I wrote my second book, and I asked him whether he would be the chief guest. His travel did not allow it. So this time I've written a book which has followed his travel. I said I'll catch Murthy where it is and I'll make sure I'm releasing it now. My first book, which was published in 2007 by Penguin, really argued that people like us engineers are analytical to a fault, and we fail to rustle up our intuition when it's required. And the whole book was on that subject. My second book was many IITians are destined, through their merit or luck or a combination, to positions of leadership. And their greatest enemy in the leadership journey is themselves. And it's all about self-awareness and realizing what is the impact of your behavior on other people. And this third book is about what the CEO really wants from you. It's a somewhat contrarian view of careers in corporates and organizations. Most of the time we find leadership books which tell you how to be a leader, how to have big blue eyes and square jaws and stare down at people. But this one takes the opposite view when you're sitting in the middle of the escalator on the simple principle that everybody has a boss. Even if you're the chairman of the company, you have another boss. If nothing else, your wife is your boss, but certainly your shareholders and other people. So the message is, can we look at the CEO, which is a surrogate for boss and seniors, and the organization as a sort of customer? It's not a perfect and iconic person, but a human being like us, with frailties, with flaws, with concerns, with anxieties, which produces behavioral aberrations from time to time. If I remember my younger days in my beginning of my career, I expected my boss to be a perfect human being, highly logical, and promoting me over everybody else because I was the best amongst everybody else. It seemed self-evident to me. As I grew, I realized how wrong I was. And so the big secret to success in one's career, indeed in getting satisfaction in life itself, is about doing what every marketeer does, sense what the customer wants, in this case the seniors, serve them and satisfy them, but without becoming supine or an apple polishing subordinate. I do an exercise at the Tata Management Training Center where I put down like a balance sheet, what do you expect from your boss? And the other side I put down, what do you owe your boss? And I've been remarkably struck by the fact that what I expect from my boss is a very long list, almost 20 items come there. But what I owe my boss finishes in 2 points. Loyalty, hard work, finished. And that shows there's an asymmetry of expectations. And in any relationship in life, between a husband and a wife, between a father and a son, and between a boss and a subordinate, when there's an asymmetry in expectation, there's bound to be strife. And I hope in a small way, this book may be interesting to read. It is purely anecdotal, claims no academic basis. And I guarantee you one thing, I'm not trying to pinch you for $350 on a Sunday, but I guarantee you one thing, If you read this book, you'll say, I have been down that road before, and I recognize what is being said. So thank you very much, Murthy, for releasing it, Hemant for allowing me this time, to Hemant and the organizers, and you for your patience before lunch. Thank you.